This is an old pump style flashlight, a survival light, and actually they're very useful, especially until you find your battery powered one or when you realize your batteries are dead. But I thought we would take this apart, see how it works. It's got a little generator in there, and then I can show you the modification I made that makes it work even better. Okay, so nothing to it but to unscrew it. Flip this around here. There is a really stout spring in here, and it's been a while since I've taken it apart. The spring's back here, so I need to hold that down, and that's the front part of it. And what I have found is if I squeeze the lever all the way down and hold it, it's less likely to kind of fly apart on me. Of course, it makes it awkward to get apart. So this is a strap, and there's that spring. And yes, are you going to stay there? Yes, it's going to stay there for a little while. I will hold it down. So this is just a big gear, and like that. And then there's another gear on the other side which engages this ratchet. On this side is the generator. There's two little pawls that grab the generator, and you can see when I move that, they grab that. Then there's the generator, and that's just a magnet under there, and then we can see the coil of wire. See if I can get that on there. Of course, that came apart. Get those back in place. Okay, we'll see if we can get this back on here now. There's that one. And there's that one. Okay, so those are in place, and you can see that when I move these, that little pawl grabs the motor and spins it around, and then this heavy weight acts as a flywheel. So let's reassemble this. Like that. Put the safety handle back on that right there. And let's see if I can get this on here without it going sproing. Yeah, so there's always this crack right here, and you have to wiggle this around until it lines up. Like that. And then once I get the screw back in here, okay, now it's relatively safe. And the two leads, now the generator of course is making AC, and the two leads come up here. And before, this had just an incandescent bulb in here. But what I have done is I have replaced it with two LEDs. Now you say LEDs are DC, and that's correct. But one LED is in there so that the anode's on one side. The anode comes to here, and the other one is the cathode comes to here. So one of them is the negative side comes here, and the other one's the positive side comes here. And then the other side will touch this piece of metal. And so what you'll do is one side of the sine wave from the AC generator will light this, and the other wave will light the other one. So you'll get a continuous light out of it. And the nice thing is that it is much more efficient than the old incandescent bulbs that came with these, so that one pulse, one pump on it will give you a lot longer light than before. It will coast a lot longer. So yeah, that was it. If you have a chance to pick one of these up and you can convert it into DC bulbs, it's well worth having around. In fact, we've got a couple of them around, and like I said, until you find your other flashlights or what have you, then These are really good. Okay, well that was it. Just a kind of a little thing I was tinkering with the other day, and I thought you might find that useful and interesting.